Australian Open 2026. Olga Danilovic denies Venus Williams in comeback win on day one. Alcaraz, Sabalenka cruise into second rounds. Zverev fires back in speedy second set by Michael Gleason. Well, that changed quickly. After dropping the first set, Alexander Zverev whistled through the second, winning 6-1 in 31 minutes. Gabriel Diallo's first serves dropped to 58% while Zverev was nailing nearly every first serve, 92%. Maybe it was the spurs Zverev needed in that first set to shake him out of a first-round torpor. Maybe Diallo found his level against a high-quality opponent who figured Diallo out and pulled the game back onto his terms. We'll know soon enough. Best pictures from day one so far. Our fantastic photographers are here at Melbourne Park and have captured everything from players winning shots to delicious food and lengthy lines. Wild scenes as fans mob national hero at practice court on Sunday. Court 22 was overflowing with Filipino fans desperate to catch a glimpse of their new national hero, Alexandra Ila. The 20-year-old is largely unknown to your casual tennis fan, but she has surged up the rankings in the past year and became the first Filipina to win a Grand Slam singles match when she won her first-round clash at the 2025 US Open. As a result, she has captivated the hearts and minds of the Filipino community in Australia and was greeted by hundreds of fans in wild scenes at her practice session on Sunday. Local Jan Marie Cal has been following Ila since she began playing juniors and throughout her time at the Rafa Nadal Academy. She said Ila had become a national hero, whose fame was on par with former professional boxer Manny Pacquiao. She's like the first one in a long time. She's the first Filipino player in AO. That's why you see the practice is packed, Cal said. Diallo snatches first set from Zverev. Gabriel Diallo has won the first set from Alexander Zverev. The Canadian took an early break on the third seed before Zverev got the match set on terms to push it to a tiebreak. The tall 24-year-old Diallo then wipes Zverev in the tiebreak 7-1. Diallo is ranked 41 in the world and has the tools to take it to Zverev, who is struggling. Diallo's serve has been strong. However, he is prone to lapses that can see him drop points quickly. Zverev will need to tease out a few more of those lapses if he is to avoid being a surprise early exit. I'm a casual tennis fan. What have I missed? So you like tennis, but don't stay up all night watching it during the year unless there's an Aussie on a roll at Wimbledon. But now it's Australian Open time, and you can't get enough of it. You may have many questions such as, who is the men's number one? And what is Alcaraz? If you need a refresher on who rules the women's game or which Aussies to watch this year, you can read our article here. Moutet takes first set against Aussie Schoolkate. Qualifier defeats 20th seed. That has been a tough afternoon for Australian Tristan Schoolkate, who has just lost his opening set 6-4 against Frenchman Corentin Moutet. Moutet is the 32nd seed in this tournament, so Schoolkate was always going to be the underdog, but the 25-year-old Australian has just had his serve immediately broken to start this second set. However, as is usually the case with Australians in front of their home crowd, Schoolkate has had a resurgence. He has just broken back to make it 1-1 in the second, and is on serve. Elsewhere, qualifier Arthur Ferry has caused a huge upset, defeating 20th seed Flavio Cobolli in straight sets on John Cain Arena, while Argentina's Thomas Martin Echeverry and Serbia's Mimo Kekmanovic are locked in battle in a match that looks certain to go to a fifth set. 40 slam appearances but no title. Can Zverev win the AO? Day one and the first of the big players is on court. Alexander Zverev, the third seed, is taking on difficult first-round opponent Canadian Gabriel Diallo. Last year, Zverev made it to the final before being beaten by Jannik Sinner. This was no surprise. It's what Zverev does. He makes finals and doesn't win them. If that sounds churlish, it's probably because it is. This is Zverev's 40th Grand Slam appearance, and he is yet to win a Slam title. Only Goran Ivanisevic is ahead of him for Grand Slam tournaments played without, or before, a win. Ivanisevic finally won a title at his 48th Slam, Wimbledon in 2001. The task of breaking through for a first Slam here this year wasn't made any easier drawing Diallo in the first round. Diallo broke Zverev in his first service game, creating an early edge. Lengthy lines for merch and food. The queues to enter Melbourne Park, which earlier today were taking more than 40 minutes in some instances, have cleared now. However, A sunny afternoon and the anticipation around the first day of the tournament means there's more queuing inside the grounds. Fans are patiently lining up to get in to see the tennis on the arenas and show courts. But there are also long queues for food and to buy merchandise. "I'm not queuing up to get into the AO store," one disgruntled fan said, abandoning the line. "Most were happy to wait. Not too fussed on tennis. Check out the artists performing at the AO. There is something for everyone at the Australian Open." Beyond the tennis courts, there's plenty of entertainment. Kicking things off in John Cain Arena on Wednesday, January 28th, is Australian rapper and singer The Kid Laroi, followed by indie rock quartet Spacey Jane on Thursday, January 29th. Australian sister duo The Veronicas will perform in the evening on AO Pride Day on Friday, January 30th, followed by singer Renee Rapp on Saturday, January 31st. Fans gathered to watch de Minaur practice. Fans have flocked to see Alex de Minaur practice ahead of his round 1 match tomorrow.